Hoi hoi chummers, this is Dan the GM, and I'm welcoming you to Season 2 of What the Dice. This season is all Shadowrun, so I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you meet our runners.
I'm Tizzy. I play Voltage. Guns are cocked and loaded.
Lyle here. I play Cowboy. He's wanted dead or alive.
I'm Ethan, and I play Cypher, and what do you mean I can't solve this problem with an axe?
Hi, I'm Jared. I play P. Dexter. Error 404 not found.
Nightlin here, and I play Sparkles, that satyr that has the impulse control of a ferret and a belt full of grenades. What could go wrong?
Listener discretion advised. Content warning level green. Standard Shadowrun subject matter. Foul language. Sex, violence, drugs. For all of our content warning, none of these subjects go into graphic detail, but it is involved in the story of the episode. Listener discretion advised.
As the scene comes into view, we find ourselves in this strange bunker. LED lights above are giving this pleasant hum as we can see things in more of a sunlight kind of look. As we slowly pan and the camera watches, we see decks, cyberware, headsets, weapons, broadcasting equipment that has all been gutted, taken apart, and vital pieces removed. The camera pans even further, and we see a makeshift broadcasting console. Buttons and dials light and pulse as a hand reaches past us and flips a switch. In a quick moment, we find ourselves hurtling through the Matrix, passing a strange Decker that is just hanging out, searching BDLs. Passing him, we exit through a grid guide checkpoint, and we are now following a motorcycle with an orc on it, speeding down a road that we don't quite recognize. As they turn left, the camera turns right and starts to follow a large truck as it zooms up, and we see an elven man giving a nod to someone that they pass. There's a quick pan, and we find ourselves watching a tall troll walking into an old apartment. As we pan once again, we find ourselves watching an interaction between a satyr decked out in all the fine runner gear, talking to an elf that is prim, proper, and in a three-piece suit. And they seem to be talking in a hushed tone. The camera starts to pan across and goes up, and we start to see something come into view. We see a nondescript elf walking into a large office building. They swipe their badge, and they head into what looks like a cubicle floor. They go to a cubicle, sit down, put in earbuds, and turn on a wireless receiver, and we start to hear the static and crackle of a pirate broadcast. Hoi hoi everyone, I know you know who I... Oh wait, maybe you don't know who I am. Well, if you are first time hearing this specialty broadcast, my name, my friends, is Eddie Sparks, and I am here to tell you the truth of what's going on here in Neratova. Now, don't take what the corpos tell you as truth. They're hiding stuff. And let me tell you from first-hand experience, my friends, runners, well, they've been around for a while. But, you know, I think it's easier for me to tell you the tale of a couple of runners. So, sit back, get those earballs ready, and Eddie is going to tell you a tale that is only as fit as the Matrix itself. We're going to take a look at the Golden City. This city is a utopian city. Peace and The megacorps have made this pact where this city has become the epicenter, the crowning jewel of Neratova. The idea of crime and runners is a thought far off and gone to most people. The idea of a runner is nothing more than a Tridio show. These people that live on the outskirts of society, causing trouble and working with and against the corporations. All is just a fevered dream, an idea that Prisma Gem City has created to capture the hearts and minds and the rebellious spirit of a people long forgotten. And that just don't exist anymore. No. But our story takes place not in the upper echelons, but on the street itself. It is early of the year. Snow is still clinging to the ground, and every now and then you'll get that small little burst of snow as the cold air clings to the small water that still hovers in the air. And we find ourselves on a street corner, surrounded by wage slaves aplenty coming and going. All right, so we are going to start with Ethan. It is mid-afternoon. You have been in your apartment maybe a couple of days. You still probably have a few moving boxes and probably some furniture that is still needing some assembly. But you know that the money you have in your pocket is only going to last you so long. You need to find work. You need to find work now. So what would you like to do?
Well, I'll take a look around my apartment and be like, work? Go find work or put that desk back together. Work it is. I will look to my contacts and see who's available.
All right. So who are you reaching out to?
I will give good old Hangtime Harry a call.
So as you dial Hangtime Harry up, it rings. And it rings. And it rings. And then you hear the click, followed by what sounds like a comlink stumbling and falling, and then you hear the hey man, Hangtime Harry, man, who is this?
Hey, hello there, Hangtime. It's Cypher. How you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, man, no. Just fumbling around, just trying to get through the morning.
Fair. I feel that, man. Looking for some work.
Man, there's just not anything right now for solos. If you had a team, maybe I could get you some extra work, but solos, man, you might just have to walk the streets, see if any of those gangers are looking for work or dreck like that, man. That's all I got.
Well, that doesn't sound too promising.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a crew, I could get you work. No one wants to hire solos. Solos are dangerous work out here, man. Too much heat.
Well, is there anyone needing an extra pair of arms for anything?
Nah, man. Like I said, it's gotta be. No one's hiring solos. No one wants to build a team. Man, this city is nothing but retires.
It's amazing anything gets done at that point.
Now there's not much work right now. Man, the megacorps are keeping it down low. Remember what they say. Golden City is the utopia, the crown jewel, whatever track they've been pitching lately.
Yeah, I've been paying a terrible amount of attention to it.
But yeah, man, I'd head down into the warehouse district, man. There's always some street level fixer looking for work.
Well, gotta pay the bills, so I guess I'll go take that then.
All right, man.
Buzz me if you get anything.
Yeah. All right, man. Hang loose.
You do the same, man.
There's a fumble of a phone before you hear a click.
track. I guess I will get myself put together and head down to the warehouse district.
Are you taking city transit or are you walking?
And what's the distance between the warehouse district and where I live?
A couple of miles, nothing too bad. You're kind of in the lower district, so you're probably going to have to walk through You're going to have to walk through one district, which probably won't take you too long to get down to the warehouse district, because you're in lower zones because of the lower lifestyle.
It's not lower lifestyle, it's an affordable lifestyle, thank you.
So it would probably take you at most like a 30 to 45 minute walk if you're rushing. If you're taking your time, probably about an hour and 15 to get to the warehouse district.
You know what? I'll actually walk, because I'll keep an eye open for a stuffer shack as I'm going.
Okay. So, a stuffer shack. Well, you pass about 4 of them on every corner because it's stuffer shack. It's owned by Az Technology. They want to make sure that everyone has their soy-ritos hot and ready. The fun thing about your particular apartment is you have one of the older promo stuffer shacks that Az Technology made. It's called Stuffer Shack Express. Everything is in a vending machine. Everything is quote-unquote hot and ready. And there's only maybe 2 people that work there. It was their way of creating an automation that kind of kicked back on them.
Yeah, I'll swing by there.
Are you looking for anything particular? Or are you just kind of getting your breakfast to go?
I'm looking for my breakfast to go.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for some comic books and some rag sheets.
All right. That is easy enough to find. While you peruse that, we are moving on to the next person. Nightland, what are you doing? I'll let you decide.
Are we starting in the morning?
It is the morning. It is not super early crack of dawn. Cheryl Starr has already finished her early morning broadcast, given the weather, the news, blah, blah, blah. So it's probably about 8 or 9.
She's probably doing the famous rollover, can't reach her alarm, and if she can't find the button, picks it up and hurls it against the wall to make it shut up.
As the cheap Stuffer Shack plastic hits the nice stone wall, it crushes and crumbles in the most satisfying way, which ends up in a trash can that has been conveniently set there.
Yeah, that would make her roll over and kind of do that half glare morning grog stare like, wait, what? And upon that confusion, she'll sit up, messy bedhead, throw something on, and go scrounge for some breakfast while seeing if there's anything interesting on the news.
As you flip through the news, you're catching the tail end of the Cheryl Starr sign-off for the morning news.
And to round off the last of the 12 o'clock news, listeners on our beloved Golden City broadcasting stations have been reporting some odd broadcasts. According to our reports, a man identifying himself as Eddie Sparks babbles on during these interrupts about what he calls the truth. Listeners claim the man sounds crazy or to be on some kind of drugs and have no idea what he is, and I quote, prattling on about. Investigators of these broadcasting interrupts believe it is just a bunch of bored college students looking to make a name for themselves. There is no current evidence to prove otherwise, and the Golden City Broadcasting Company is advising everyone to pay no mind and ignore what these pranksters have to say. And with that, let's cut over to our favorite meteorologist, Jonas. Jonas, what's in store for us this week?
Now, we, as runners, know that Eddie Sparks has been broadcasting pretty regularly for the last 6 months.
Does she already know that broadcast or not?
You have been probably listening to Eddie Sparks for anywhere between 3 and 4 months. Silver introduced you to him early on. She found him quicker because originally the broadcast was only Matrix accessible. And then it would randomly pick up on some radio broadcasts. And it got to the point of Silver will forward you either the direct feed, which is always random, or will patch you into the actual broadcast band. She'll send you what station he's broadcasting on. It's never the same, but it's always the same person.
Well, while cramming the equivalent of whatever a Pop-Tart is in her mouth, she's gonna be like, yeah, frag you too, Cheryl Star. Eddie Sparks is real. Munch, and flip through to some cartoon channel.
As you flip over to a cartoon channel, you catch the beginning intro or just the ending intro of what looks like maybe a new runner series that they're doing. It's called Runners Extreme, and it's about some poor schmuck that got in a car wreck and now is all cybered up and is making a living as some heroic runner, righting the wrongs and being a hero.
She is going to use, I'm sure with her lifestyle and where she's at, she has the fancy thing where you can rewind even if it's live.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll rewind it, start that show from the beginning while flipping through any kind of, what is it called? The Shadow Matrix?
Shadowlands.
Shadowlands. For, any jobs, what's going on. She's kind of bored. It's her morning routine to check what's on the boards.
Okay. So as you log into Shadowlands, you see that, as per usual, the Golden City is pretty much a no-go for runners. Besides the handful of things that are looking up for teams only, seems like the Golden City is still pretty dead compared to the rest of Neertova when it comes to runners.
She'll grunt and roll her eyes and then see if she can find anybody that is, looking for team. Which is probably hopelessly empty.
Yeah, it's a lot of if you were in New Wurstenberg, yeah, a lot of people are looking for people. Even if you were in Prisma Gem, looks like there's a couple of people looking for runner teams or to add to their team. But the Golden City just seems to have this strange lull about it. You do also know that, there are some fixers and Johnsons that are more street-level gangers that, it's crap work, but it'll get your name out there, maybe help you find a team.
She's just gonna groan, because she doesn't want to work with no gangers. All they are just bust in and guns a-blazing and get themselves killed. She knows better. Dreck that. Well, she'll put herself together and go, maybe this time, go visit her fixer in person. Maybe he's heard something.
All right. So how are you gonna get there?
Where's my butler?
He is out and about. About this time is usually when he is out doing his job.
All right. Well, she'll put on her normal shindig and order a VTOL.
All right.
But she's gonna stop first and pick him up a nice little bottle of wine.
Okay.
Even if it is early, a gift is still a gift.
Yeah, of course. And you're seeing your fixer in person, which is pretty rare.
Yeah. It's been a lot of texts and phone calls back and forth, so maybe it's time to say hi in person, remind him how much I love him, and hopefully he can put in a little extra work for me.
So you hop into the VTOL and you drive off. Did you order a dog brain VTOL or do you have a driver?
Dog brain.
Okay. So you get to the High Court District, which is where all the luxury stores are, and you make your way down. You pass one of the main arcologies. You actually pass the Renraku arcology. You pass one of the constructions for one of the other new arcologies that is currently being built for Helix Core. It's not as big as impressive as Renraku, but it's still claiming they're going to have over 1,000 jobs available. As you turn the corner, you make your way into this old, musty-looking antique shop. Things in here are hewn wood, made from actual gold. stuff that predates the first crash. In fact, some of this stuff even predates the birth of the Matrix to begin with. You find this elf sitting behind the counter. He's leaning back in his chair. It looks like he's reading an honest-to-God newspaper. You don't know how he gets these, but the morning news printed on actual newspaper. He looks up as he slowly folds it, and he gives you a nod.
Anybody else in his store that I can tell?
Nope, just him.
And she's just like, good morning, Valentine.
Miss Sparkles, how are you this morning?
Ugh, bored. Dreadfully bored.
So you've come to find work, I'm assuming.
Well, of course, and bring my favorite person as she delicately sets her gift on his counter and slides it towards him.
He peeks into the bag and looks at you and smiles. I'm assuming Shadowlands had nothing for you.
No, everybody wants a team, but no one's looking for a team unless you're a ganger. And I know better.
Well, unfortunately, my dear, right now, teams are being asked for, and no one's building a team. Now, if you can get yourself a team, I can guarantee work.
Well, everybody I know at the clubs is already in a team. I can't seem to find anybody. I'd build a team, but how do I find them?
Well, I've heard rumor that there is a Street Johnson. He is not vetted, but rumor has that he has a couple of jobs that he is willing to work with solos. I don't have any details because he doesn't know how to communicate with actual fixers. He is trying to play both fixer and Johnson. So,
Well, that sounds sketchy.
my dear, you are a solo in a world, in a town of vetted and veteran runners who have teams, who, no offense to you, my dear, can run circles around you.
I know, I'm new. I'm not that new, but I'm new.
I would say head down to the warehouse district, see if you can find this man. He goes by the name Kenny Ken.
Kenny Ken?
Yes, I know. He is a ganger. He is elven from what I understand, but I don't know what gang he calls from. But apparently he is looking for solos. Maybe you can work with these solos and maybe make yourself a team.
Yeah, get to doing some shaking and baking with some new guys and see how they are on a run, I guess.
And I mean, it's better than doing nothing.
All right, I'll risk it.
And what is it that you young ones say? Risk it for the biscuit, am I right?
Yeah, something like that. Aren't you supposed to be the one that knows all of the, old terms?
Miss Sparkles, if you want to know about mahogany chairs or the finest leather, that is where I come into play. I am an antiques dealer. I am not a linguistics.
But you're my favorite.
It's because I actually will work with you.
Hey, you have yet to regret that.
I have not have any complaints as of yet. But he is in the warehouse district. From what I understand, he hangs out at one of the stuffer shacks down there.
All right, well, at least I can get some breakfast on the way.
Well, I hope that this does end well for you. And I do hope you are able to find a team. Once you have a team, let me know and I will start to work on getting you work.
All right, you want to pick my lucky colors for the day? Pointing to her hair.
He thinks for a long moment and he nods. Let's go with purple.
Purple it is, as she changes her LED dreads to purple.
He nods and he goes, well, good luck.
She'll order VTOL, stop at her favorite stuffer shack, talk with some people, and make her way down to the whatever district he said.
Warehouse district. All right. P. Dexter.
Yes.
So, it is morning. early January. And it's, what are you up to?
I gotta get up and go to work today.
Yeah. Gotta make money.
Yep. I mean, figured I was probably out late last night, betting on the latest mech match. Stay out too late looking for work. Pocket's getting light. Gotta get up and go to work today.
Yeah. You know what? Since you said that, let's go ahead and get an edge roll, and let's see if you lucked out and maybe caught wind of any type of work.
I said it's pretty lucky. That's 3 hits, fudge.
All right, with 3 hits. Yeah, you overheard during one of the mech matches some guy that, you know, he's elven. Half his head is shaved, the other half is left long and dreaded. Looks like his ears are capped with some type of like silver or chrome, something to make it look like it is cybernetic, but it's clearly not. His pants are hanging down. His pants are hanging down way past his ass. And he kept talking in third person. Kept saying Kenny Ken's looking for some runners. Kenny Ken needs some people to do him a job. Kenny Ken needs this. Kenny Ken needs that. And you know, based on the way he's definitely from the warehouse district. Just based on the over exuberance of gang paraphernalia on him.
Okay.
So you have a lead for where work can be found.
Ooh, go to work or chase down a lead. Can I hack into work and clock myself in while I chase down this lead?
That's thinking like a hacker.
That is thinking with Deckers, man. You know what? Let's go for it. You have a login, so let's do a hacking roll.
Attribute, logic, limit, mental.
Yes.
I don't need everything. Okay. Wow, that's low. All right.
How many hits?
2.
2 hits.
6 and 5.
Somebody needs their coffee.
Yeah.
All right. You were able to do it. It looks like whoever was on your computer last night updating the firmware for the anti-hacking software left the program running, leaving it vulnerable to attack to people who actually are logged in. So it made it look like whoever was doing the IT work last night clocked you in this morning.
Lovely. Can I do them a solid and finish running it, leaving myself a back door to clock myself back out?
Yes, go ahead and roll computers.
That is 4 hits, sir.
And you are netting 2, so yes, you are able to do the guy a solid, and you left yourself a back door.
Lovely. Let's go find Kenny Ken.
All right. So, heading down to the warehouse district. It's a nice chilly day. Are you walking or are you taking public transit, or do you have your own vehicle?
It's public transit for me.
All right. Are you taking a cab or are you taking the bus?
I want to stop and get a pick-me-up and then get on the bus so I have time to drink it.
Okay. Stop by the local Stuffer Shack and you find all your favorite energy drinks, fully stocked and chilled to your delight, unless you're looking for something a little hot. Then you have, of course, the soy calves.
Nah, energy drink it is.
All right. So out of the billions of energy drinks at your disposal, what is the one you reach for today?
What's on the vids? What's coming across my screen?
Oh, you suck. You're throwing it at me now.
I mean, I try to keep up with the trends.
All right, give me a sec. I swear to God, I'm just gonna freaking keep a name generator up on my screen from now on.
Which one's got the cute elf girl pushing it? I'm a sucker.
right. You see an energy drink called Big Bubble.
All right.
It's got the cliche anime girl in the short skirt and the sailor outfit with two big bubbles in her hand. That's like, sugar free and wide awake.
What more can you ask for? Sounds healthy. Let's do it.
All right. So go up to the vending machine, and surprisingly, it's only 10 new yen.
That's fine.
All right. So you buy your energy drink. We'll call that as part of your lifestyle, so you don't need to actually spend your physical new yen for now. And you have this can. As you crack it open, the thickly sweet smell of bubblegum fills your nose as you realize this is a very, very sugary drink. At least it smells it.
I'll taste it. Is it just straight sugar water?
It's not sugar water, but it is very sweet, liquid sucralose.
Got you.
Like you kind of taste that little bubblegum taste, and then it's just slap you in the face with almost a syrup level sweetness.
Man, that kind of just makes me grumpy. I need to put a mental note to scan the matrix for the company that makes this.
That's technology, baby. That's technology.
Petty is my middle name.
All right. So on to the bus and then down to the warehouse district, is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink it anyways because I paid for the stupid thing.
Congratulations, you have just gotten bought in by As Technology Marketing.
As
Right.
Technology Marketing? Is that what you said?
Yep, As Technology runs the Stuffer Shacks. Hey, everyone, this is Dan, the GM, bringing you the mid-roll. So, first and foremost, our patrons. Those who are following us, thank you so much for following us there. But for those who have subscribed, Lady Lumi and Ethan, thank you so much. All of the money you give us helps us grow and support this show. Now, I do have 2 promos, but we'll get to that in just a second. If you aren't following us, you can also follow us over on YouTube. You can catch Season 1, you can also catch a lot of Season 2 as it releases, or you can also catch my live streams from Twitch. If you want to head over there to follow us, that would be greatly appreciated. We would love to see those subscriber numbers goes up, because as that channel grows, we will put that money towards improving the show. So, enough of the stuff about What the Dice, let's do our promos. First and foremost, this is a friend of the show. They are Pride First Prejudice. They are an amazing Shadowrun show that I've been listening to for a while. If you want to follow them, their links will be down in the description as always. So let's hit that promo.
New York, 2072. Megacorps rule over everything from their gilded skyrakers, crushing everyone underfoot. Meanwhile, the metahuman population is squeezed between the corpse and the human supremacist polyclubs, until it boils over with the bombing of the Metahumanity Pride Parade. You know what that means, right, chummer? It's time to take pride against prejudice. Join a team of Shadowrunners thrown together by circumstance, trying to make a living in the cracks of the sprawl, as they find out who was behind the bombing and put a stop to the mastermind behind it and their plans, once and for all. Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
And again, of course, those links are down in the description. Last but not least is this Murder Frequency show that I have recently come across. We did a promo swap, and I am addicted to their show already. So if you want to catch their stuff, again, links in the description. But let's do our quick promo with them.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men.
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Midnight.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The Shadow knows.
Alright, that's all I got for this mid-roll. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all that crap. And if you really want to help out the show and you really don't have the money, listening helps, telling your friends helps, telling your enemies helps. Also, ratings and reviews. It's going to take about 5 minutes of your time, but it does absolutely help. And of course, thank you. And may the dice gods bless your every roll. And now we move on to Tizzy.
Hello.
You are up next.
Alrighty.
So, rolls in, it's about 8, 9 o'clock. You've probably, been up for a couple of hours at this point? Or are you lulling in the cool morning air?
I'm a 7 to 8 guy.
So you've probably been up for, either just gotten up or been up for about an hour.
I can wake up.
Okay.
A little extra sleep didn't do anybody any harm.
Yeah, you can sleep when you're dead.
This is true. All right, so I guess I'll be waking up at this time and get dressed, do my normal morning routine. I think I'm gonna start cooking some breakfast. Couple of soy eggs, should be quick, but filling at the same time.
Yeah. As Technology is advertising a new Instacook soy egg that you probably have purchased. Hit a button and it instantly cooks it.
Wow, that was quicker than I previously anticipated. Sweet.
So the problem with this instant cooked egg is it tastes like extra soy. It doesn't have that same anything to it. Man, As Technology marketing is just good at lying. They get you to buy it and then they just let you down.
I can confirm that it did not taste very good. That was garbage.
So, you are up, you've had your crappy breakfast, you are in your apartment. Funds are probably getting a little low, seeing, it's beginning of the month, you've probably paid your rent for the month, all that fun jazz.
Oh great, now so I'm waking up, having a crappy breakfast, but it's a brand new day. I'm not gonna let the breakfast tail me down. A debt is to be paid. Guess it's time to find some work.
Mm-hmm. So how are you gonna go about finding work?
I will call Dexter.
Alright, who is Dexter?
He is my fixer. I'll be ringing him by phone or comm.
Alright, so you ring it up. Rings a couple of times before they pick up. Sounds like they are in the middle of watching what sounds like maybe a rerun of the mech competition that happened last night. You really can't tell. Maybe they're trying to make sure that they didn't get their betting pool may have been off, or they might be strategizing for the next one. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah. What's up? No, what are you doing? No! Oh, God. Who is this?
Hey, Dex, it's Voltage.
Hey, what's up, man?
Looking for some work, Dex. Got anything available for me?
You still over here in Golden?
I am still in Golden.
You got a team?
I sure don't.
I can't help you, man. The golden rule in Golden, you gotta have a team. What are you doing? Move! Oh, God! Man, this mech fight last night was crap.
Mech fight?
Yeah, the Dude, are you seriously not watching the Tridios anymore?
No, I'm not into that kind of stuff anymore.
Man. Dude. This is where the betting's at. You got these deckers that are building these cybernetic mechs. They put them into these, like, virtual battlegrounds, and it's just a free-for-all.
Oh, and it's about all these people that have money that can do this sort of betting and everything. Why do you think I'm...
It's all about the sponsor, man. It's all about the sponsor.
Hey, sponsor me. Find me some work.
You ain't on a team. I can't help you. We've gone through this, man. Look, I heard rumor that there's some ganger fixers or fixers or Johnson's, some wannabe guy down in the lower district's warehouse. He's behind some crappy stuffer shack. He's been boasting about how he's got work. I don't know, man. I don't deal with these street thugs. You get a team, I get you real work. Until then, you're stuck dealing with the dreck.
All right. You at least got the coordinates of where I need to go.
Warehouse district. There's a stuffer shack with I don't know, man. I'll shoot you the ping that I got, but I don't even know how accurate it is. You know how these street kids are.
Oh, these street kids probably ate a lot better than I did this morning.
Let me guess. Soy eggs?
You guessed it.
The Insta-Heat?
Yep, you're just as sharp as my ears.
Man, I told you, if you're gonna do those, don't buy the Insta-Heat. They put the carbon coil inside the egg. It messes with it. Just buy the normal stuff, man. Why? It came out 2 days ago. You really think they know what they're doing?
Sadly, I took a, and he kind of just fumbles his words there a little bit, basically wanting to disagree, but he can't help but agree with what he just said, so.
Yeah. All right. You stay out of trouble. I'm gonna get back to trying to figure out how this fragger lost. Catch you later, man.
All right. Don't forget to send me
hangs up.
Oh. Hangs up on me again. All right. He said warehouse something, district. I'll figure it out.
After a minute or two, there is the ping of where the warehouse district is.
Okay, cool. He didn't forget.
How are you getting there?
I'm gonna brush off my yesterday's coat, throw it on, pretty much wear the same stuff I do every day, walk out the door, and I'll hop in my truck.
And last, but certainly not least, Lyle.
It's me!
So, Lyle, I'm pretty sure you're already in the warehouse district based on where you live. Now, I'm saying you live out of a stuffer shack down by the river. Can't afford the van.
You're right about that.
But the nice thing about being in these old stuffer shacks is it's interesting how certain soy products just don't have an expiration date, like those soy Twinkies.
Those are the best.
You even got the cool, like, limited edition, like, Greenfield one when they had the Ghost Fraggers release.
Oh yeah, those were pretty good. Those had a little bit of a different flavor to them.
Yeah, all that little extra green chemical in it just gives it that extra kick.
Mmm.
So what is Cowboy up to?
He's probably outside, like tuning up and cleaning up his bike a little bit.
So the nice thing about being a squatter is you really don't have to pay rent. You do have to pay protection money to the local gangs.
Yeah.
Now you've already paid your protection money, which is good, but that also leaves you a little light in the new yen.
Yeah, I will call up Eric, my fixer, and see if I can get some work.
Alright. So, you call up Eric. Rings. Then you hear that pickup, followed by a bunch of hacking and coughing, followed by the sound of a cigar lighting up and burning for a moment. What do you want? Do you know what time it is?
No, I hadn't looked at my watch lately.
All right, cowboy. What you need?
I got some money that's due coming up, and I need some work. I was hoping you could get some jobs for me.
You ever find a team?
No, it's hard for me. I tend to work alone.
Man, the problem is there ain't nothing out here for solos. You still down in a low district, right? The warehouse?
Yes, sir.
There's some fragger named Kenny Ken looking for work. He's a street thug. I don't know what he's paying, but it's something.
Kenny Ken?
Say again?
Did you say Kenny Ken?
Yeah, Kenny Ken.
You have a contact for him?
No, man. He shouldn't be too hard to find. Just look for the fragger that's trying too hard behind a stuffer shack.
I can probably find one or two of those.
He's got half his head shaved, the other half is all dreads, and his ears are capped in chrome or steel or tin. Knowing this guy, it's probably tin.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I'll do some looking. I'll do a drive around and see if I can't find him.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, if you find a team, I can help get you work.
Alright, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you.
No problem, man.
Alright, I will hang up and get on old Chopper, my Harley Davidson Scorpion bicycle. Not bicycle, but motorcycle. My Harley Davidson Scorpion. And I will drive around town and see if I can find this wannabe motherfucker.
As you all slowly make your way around the warehouse district, eventually you each kind of come across this stuffer shack. The windows are covered in chain link fence or some kind of like metal grating, not like steel bars, but this is like you might be able to get a bullet through these. This place has probably been robbed a half dozen times this week alone, and it's always by gangers. This is kind of this weird neutral territory between a bunch of different low-level gangs. Nothing big, nothing fancy. These guys are usually probably just people that are just, troublemakers. They're not real affiliated to any real big gangs. They're probably just, bored high schoolers that are wanting to be whatever. So, let's see who arrives first. Let's do another dice roll. Well, the dice gods sure love, Cypher.
I call hacks. I saw mine get turned into a 2, and I'm happy to go with a 2.
Now it says 6 in the results, man. I'm going off this 6.
Yeah. Going off what the dice said on the board.
I'm looking at the results, man. I see 1 success, and it's a 6. You're going first.
Don't you want to bet when I actually attack something or need a roll, it's not going to do that?
Oh, for sure, exactly.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm glad I can, get these high rolls out of the way now.
The really important rules that matter a whole lot.
Yes. Gotta get myself going first so I get killed for. Oh, wait.
Exactly. Who gets there first?
So, Cypher, as you walk up to this is a crappy stuffer shack. Like, you have seen some bad stuffer shacks in your time, but man, is that graffiti spelled wrong? How do you misspell, like, anything? Like, people have AR. They could just spell check as their spray paint. No, this is spray painted, like, badly. And it's not even good spray paint. This is like, they probably bought the cheapest paint in the stuffer shack to spray paint this stuffer shack. It's bad.
They actually paid for it? That's impressive.
I mean, this is probably the, like, single Nuyen spray paint, so it's probably more like water soluble. So the next good rain, it's gonna wash away.
Cypher will admire just how bad this is. Now I could say I probably have seen just about everything.
So, Cypher, now that your character is kind of looking at themselves in this reflective glass, what do they see?
Well, Cypher sees a large 9-foot. We'll say he's 9'2".
Okay, so 9'2". So you stand about a foot taller than your average troll.
Like, takes a look at his horns that are, nice slick back horns, hair nicely pulled back into a ponytail. kind of nods at himself. He's like, yep, I look pretty decent for the day.
What are you wearing is now the question.
Well, he's got a trench coat on, and under that trench coat he's got his nice riot armor. Trying to make sure, keep it kind of discreet under there, along with his pistol, which is a Ruger Superhawk.
A fuck all cannon.
Yep.
All right. So you've got your fuck all dirty hairy pistol on your hip. Is it on your hip or is it like in a chest holster?
Chest holster.
Next to arrive is... looks like... Sparkles.
It's a sparkling time.
So, are you taking the VTOL all the way there, or are you landing or are you having the VTOL drop you off at the start of the district and making your way in?
I'm like, it depends. If it's in the middle of the district, she'll just have it drop her off on the edge. If it's on the far end, she'll have it drop her off somewhere in the middle.
It's probably easier just to drop yourself off at the beginning of the warehouse district and make your way in.
And that's what she does.
Okay. So, as you are walking up to this stuffer shack that you've probably seen a couple of times, you frequent this area. What does Cypher see when you come walking?
So, what is Cypher still outside the stuffer shack, or is he inside the stuffer shack?
He is still outside.
Staring at himself in the glass?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the way Sparkles will end up walking up, because I doubt he's paying attention to every single person that's like walking around. I don't know, maybe he is. But she's gonna come up, kind of stop, 3-4 feet, kind of off to his side behind him, being like, that window needs a good cleaning if you're trying to polish up your look there, buddy.
I think this window might actually be beyond the point of cleaning. That, and how do you misspell half the words on here that you're tagging? I mean, come on now.
I never ask those types of questions. I just keep going. Which, if he stops and looks, or if he's still staring at himself in the glass, whichever way, in the reflection, he's gonna see a satyr that's about 5'8". She is a red hair satyr, little accents of white towards the bottom of her legs and on her fingers. The only thing that's actually really visible as far as anybody is concerned is pretty much her hands, arms, her feet, and her chin. She is wearing a emote visor that has like the little dots in it that you can change your eyeball expression so you can't actually see her face. She has glowing LED armored horns. At the moment, they are set to a bright orange color. Purple dreads, LED dreads that go about halfway down her back. Wearing a skin suit that's kind of tailored with the more LED accenting. So this girl is bright and loud. A cropped off, like, extra baggy jacket that is about probably 3 sizes too big for her. And some cargo pants. It has a couple of extra pockets here and there. They're black, but she has some nice shin guards that is also loudly colored. She is decked in neon.
Cypher will kind of look off over in the direction, kind of tilts his head down. He's like, howdy. That is probably one of the brightest outfits I've seen today.
Gotta be loud and proud as she reaches for the door and swings it open and steps in.
Sparkles. Unfortunately, because of the area you're in, as you pull on the door, it kunks. You have to be buzzed in to be let in at this stuffer shack.
I'm gonna roll her eyes and just take the side, like the soft part of her fist and hey!
You both hear the gears of a camera that is probably after the second crash got installed. Slowly turn, look down, and then you hear as the doors unlock.
So swing it back open.
And you walk. It is a older stuffer shack. Not as many vending machines. A lot of racks of snacks. There's a couple of people working, but they are behind bulletproof glass, or at least in theory bulletproof glass. They just kind of watch you. They are Stuffer Shack employees. Like, you're lucky if they're even awake, because it's Stuffer Shack.
Right. She'll walk over to the counter and be like, "Where's Kenny Ken?"
They kind of look at each other, and one of them just kind of goes, "You talking about that wannabe thug? That wannabe gang? He out back."
You want me to use your back door, or you want me to go out the front and walk around back?
Let's just go around out the front. We ain't gonna let you out the back. The alarm will go off, and then I gotta call my manager.
Wait, the alarm actually works here?
Yes? I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Roll her eyes and walk back out.
Okay. And as you walk out, 3 more people walk up, because all 3 of them rolled the exact same number. So, Cowboy, Dexter, and Voltage. Who wants to show up first, or do you want to all show up as a group? Who wants to go first? Go on.
I'll go.
All right. So as you are walking up, you pop off the bus, and it's the normal, like, bus stops, bunch of people get off, bunch of people get on, you get off. You see this crappy Stuffer Shack with a troll and a satyr. Satyrs aren't super rare in this area. You know that there's a couple of them. Good chunk of the population. But this one is decked out in neon. Looks like the 80s upchucked her.
I'm gonna look down at this can of bubble bullshit and spin the can around and check and see exactly how much sugar was in this, because I'm pretty sure I'm seeing sounds and tasting colors at this point. And I can taste her entire outfit. That's how loud those colors are.
Well, let's say it's probably somewhere between 8 and 900 mg.
Okay, it's not the soda then. She's really there. Okay. All right. Well, they're both standing in front of this building. I know the Drecker I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna walk up to the building, and I'm gonna try to find someone who looks like they belong here.
Well, as you walk up to, or technically you'd be starting to walk past them, because you got to get into the alley to get around back. What do they see?
So they see an elf. Average elf. As average as you can be for an elf. Ears are definitely pointed, hard to miss. Hair's shaved mostly around. Just got like the slick comb over. That's the current trend. Seen it on all the news ads of half-naked male models. Gotta have it. Eyes, one's blue, one's green. If they're looking that closely. But if they're looking that closely, I'm gonna be looking in their eyes too, and it's gonna become awkward. Trench coat pants are kind of like cargo pants, only they're sweatpants, so they're a little tighter. Still look comfortable but stylish. And I just threw on a t-shirt because I'm phoning in at work today. So whatever grunge metalcore band is hip right now, whatever they're playing at the mech battles over the fights, probably what a t-shirt I've got on.
So Dexter, as you walk up, you see this satyr and this troll just kind of hanging out in front of this crappy ass Stuffer Shack.
First, toss this can of whatever is left Actually, I probably finished it. I paid for it. Let's just go ahead and say that. I want the energy boost. I was the sucker. But I will recycle my can in the nearest overflowing bin in this district, I imagine.
Oh yeah, it's overflowing.
Yeah, I guess it's just like the layaway shot onto the giant pile of cans that are already there.
As they go tumbling down onto the ground.
And I'll look at them and say, let me guess. Runners?
Sparkles will just wave her arms open like, how'd you guess?
I caught this lead last night at the local dive watching the battle. Figured I wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, my fixer mentioned it. You looking for a team or just whatever you got?
I'm looking for work. I got a job. I don't mind working in a team, especially if we're all looking for jobs at the same time. It makes finding a job easier.
I mean, that's kind of what runners do, huh?
Yeah, so you guys here looking for this goofy drecker with the dreads?
Yeah, Mr. Kenny Ken.
Yeah, talks in the third person. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah. By the way, pointing at his shirt, love them. You see him yet?
Nah, I mean, only in the vids and what they play over the battles, but nah, I haven't been to the concert.
You go, they're fucking metal.
I love a good mosh pit.
Dude, they got some. Trust me.
And the women are always top notch.
Yeah, can't complain. I like the boys in the band though. Nice and big.
I gotta ask this. I'm sorry, I have to. This metal band, is it trog metal or are we talking more traditional metal?
He said grunge metalcore, so I'm assuming trog.
Well,
yeah, let's do definitely.
So you're talking it's trog?
We'll call them the Tuskers.
Yeah, no one can go harder than a group full of gigantic trolls wailing away on instruments. I'm sorry.
So, I gotta ask this, and I'm probably gonna regret asking this. Does Dexter like troll women and orc women? Does he like women that can overpower him? Because if you're talking trog metal, you're talking that predominantly is for orcs and troll in the bigger meta types.
Bruh, who doesn't like getting crushed? You ever been smushed by a big, beautiful woman?
You and Sparkles are gonna get along gloriously.
Imagine being the little spoon.
Oh my god, this is gonna be great. Okay, I got my answer, thanks.
Hence why Sparkles made the comment of like, nah, I like them boys, nice and big. As she's starting to walk around, or turn, to go down the alley.
I love those tusks.
Hey, they make great handlebars.
I'd love to climb right up on them and hang from them like they were handlebars.
How tall is Dexter?
So 6'3".
Okay, so he's taller than her. All right. Okay, all right. Well, she's 5'8", so he's a little taller than her.
All right, so Cowboy and Voltage, which one of you guys would like to walk up next?
You can take it, Voltage.
Alrighty.
Cypher, Dexter, and Sparkles, as you guys are standing there, a truck pulls up and parks. You hear music playing from inside, kind of dampened.
Before he gets out of the truck, Sparkles is gonna look and have him roll up, going, looks like we got another one.
That's the rate we're going. We're gonna have a full team assembled here before we even meet anyone.
Here's hoping.
As Voltage steps out, Voltage, what do they see?
Well, they see an average-sized elf with blue wavy hair, clean-shaven, I have a flared out suit-like trench coat trimmed with a blue lining, accompanied by a button-up vest, and of course, a blue tie. Black suit pants with a belt to keep everything nice and neat. Looking rather sharp, or to the point, like my ears.
And unfortunately, last but not least, as you all are talking, there's this deep rumble of what everyone knows is a cruiser bike. This deep roar that only a Harley can give. As a motorcycle pulls up, and Cowboy, what do they see?
They see a pretty average sized orc. I'm not sure what the average size for an orc is. I think I read around 7 feet tall, maybe. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, just not super buff or anything. Just kind of, I guess, slimmer, on the buff side for an orc. And is wearing a black reinforced trench coat of some sort. And then just your average, if you were to watch an old Western film, you would see what a cowboy would wear. As he walks, his boots sort of do clink clink that a boot with a spur will do. Yeah. Except his spurs light up as they clink, as he walks, as he takes steps. Because it's, cyberpunk.
Gotta have that little bling.
Yeah. And he's got a big old, brown cowboy hat. He sort of walks up and tips his hat and says howdy.
Sick bike.
Thank you, miss.
Feel it in my bones. I loved it.
She's
Definitely can't go wrong with a bike like that.
No, you cannot. She's a one of a kind, that's for sure. I guess you guys are all here for the job as well.
Yeah, I mean, I heard some Drecker yelling last night about having work, so I figured I'd show up.
Well,
He ain't. I don't know if he's here or not. I haven't checked.
well, you all look like mighty fine folks. I wouldn't mind running this job with you.
I didn't think I was going to be the only one showing up.
I'm just trying to get paid.
Yeah, same.
Get to pay.
Well, gentlemen and ladies, shall we enter and see what the offer is?
Oh, he ain't inside. He's back.
Oh.
And she motions to go down the alley.
Oh, alright then. Well then, you seem to know where he is, miss, so why don't you lead the way?
Oh, I mean, they said he was around back. I already went in and asked the
Oh, alright. I will, I'll head that way then. So, he will sort of just turn on his heel and head down the alleyway.
Because this isn't sketchy at all.
This guy's been sus since I heard about him.
I mean, I'm the idiot for seeing him and still showing up.
As these groups of strangers, these runners of the Golden City, these solo rookies, baby runners, whatever you choose to call them, head down this alleyway behind this old crappy stuffer shack hidden in the midst of these warehouses as slave wages move around, the trucks bustle about. We end the first official episode of Season 2 here. We watch as this strange, nondescript elf sitting in the cubicle slowly pulls his earbud out, and he looks at it. Taking a long moment before putting it back in, we hear the sound of Eddie Sparks' voice once again. Well, my friends, as you can see, this story is working out kind of oddly. 4 strangers, all runners, meeting a weird man in a stuffer shack. No leads, no info, no nothing. Just a need for some new yin. And a chance for some adventure. Now, I'm pretty sure you're thinking Eddie Sparks is talking out his ass. But let me tell you, these stories are true. And, there's more to come. This is Eddie Sparks, my friends. And I am signing out!
Hey everyone, Nightlin here, co-creator of What the Dice. and Player of Sparkles for Season 2, to do some thank yous here at the end of our episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for listening. We would not be here today without you, and I do mean that sincerely. We never thought we would get this far, and knowing that there's someone out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, the one with the earballs listening right now. If it wasn't for you guys and us knowing that you're actually here and enjoying what you're listening to, we wouldn't have kept going, and it genuinely fills our heart with joy, and I want to make sure that we tell you every single time at the end of these episodes. We are eternally grateful. Second, we would like to take a moment to thank all the things that we use in our day-to-day What the Dicey ways. First up, Epidemic Sound for our sound effects and music, Podbean for being our host, Foundry VTT, and Forge VTT for creating their virtual tabletop gaming applications and services, Craigbot for our recordings, Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, which is the current system we are running. And with that, if you can spare a moment of effort and want to help us out, the best thing that you can do is honestly tell a friend, share us, drop a link in a Discord somewhere that you're a part of, or take that 2-second effort of hitting a like, hitting a follow, giving us a star rating. Whatever the button is on whatever it is that you're listening to us on goes a long way in helping us fight that horrible algorithm monster. Also, the Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in the connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to What the Dice to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary material for the promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with What the Dice in any official capacity whatsoever.